Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Hockey House. You may know us on the popular hockey website, thehockeyhouse.net. I'm Steve Ellis.
I am Brendan Saunders.
Are you really though?
I don't know. No, I'm not. I'm Saunders Brendan. My mask fooled you, and so did my hair. That's not real. Actually, it is.
I wish I knew what you said, but I don't. Anyways, we got another guest.
We do?
It's another one related to the OJHL, one I really like talking to. We've had him on before. Please welcome Mississauga Chargers head coach, Joe Washkurak.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. Love coming here.
Yes. We love having you. It's great. It's always a great day when Joe Washkurak's on the show. We're talking about Humber College.
Yeah.
When does that ever happen? Woo!
Just today.
I think the first time we ever talked was at the OHL Cup a couple years ago. Yeah. And
Yep, I saw you guys there. You're doing a great job as usual.
Yeah. How many chocolate milks did you bring?
A lot.
Yeah, eight chocolate milks. I actually pushed Mark Hunter out of the way to get in the bathroom. I'm like, Mark, get out of the way.
Yeah, they're not good for you. Probably 8 in a row, but
a lot of chocolate, a lot of bananas,
a lot of bananas today.
A lot of gas.
yeah, it was an interesting time there. I remember, but it was all good.
A lot of gas. Oh my God. Some of those guys are drafted in the NHL now. The 2014 OHL Cup, Travis Barron, we saw Matei, Chikrin.
Really good. Yep.
A lot of guys.
Chikrin's done unbelievable.
Yeah, I would like him to go back to junior just one more year to get the ice time, get the confidence going, and because I mean the NHL is a hard jump because we saw his uncle do that. Luke Richardson go to the NHL way too soon.
Yeah,
in the
that
Leafs.
was way too soon. Well, that's a different organization, but. Jeff's a pretty good player, so we'll see what happens here. They just sent Strome back, so you never know,
I'm excited
right?
for that.
That's fun for Team Canada.
Ooh, boy, that's going to help the Erie Otters. They're good enough, right?
I mean, it's
so I'm sure they're happy in Erie, but yeah, that definitely will, guys.
Because they totally needed help out there. So.
Yeah, they certainly do, and be interesting.
I think they have a chance to win championship. Just the team they have right now and how well they're doing without Strome. I think with Strome, I think it's full on because it's open right now.
Yep.
I mean, London's always a good team, but I think Erie's...
and I think you'll see Windsor make some moves too, guys. They get a good team too, but they'll make
Memorial
some moves.
Cup, baby.
Yeah, they'll make some moves for sure.
Anyways, so if you guys watch the show, you guys probably know about the Mississauga Steelheads, of course, they're in the area. But there is also another team here, the Mississauga Chargers. Do you want to talk a bit about the team?
Yeah, we have a younger team this year, but we're competing. Last year was a tough year for us. Let's face it, but. The last, I think we're like 5-9 or 1-5 our last 9 or whatever. So we have a younger team competing hard, and we lost a tough one to Oakville the other night, 3-2. I think it's the best team in our South Division right now. We've beaten Wellington and the Patriots. So things are a lot better this year, and we have some real good young guys, and hopefully we'll just keep playing hard.
Yeah, and you talk about the South Division, like you got teams like Oakville. If you guys watched Jamie last week.
Noogsy's a great guy.
Yep. Oakville's doing well, St. Mike's doing well.
Yep.
It's a really strong division. Would you say that as a coach?
Well, when you're playing in it, it sure is. Like, Mike Tarantino's a really good friend of mine, and I just think they have a super organization. We all live in Oakville, so we know about that. Yeah. And I just think their forward lines just come at you. They're very, very, very deep, and I think their forward set is the best in our division, with no slight to guys like, Cameron Wright, Cameron Seals, Finn Evans, and St. Mike's are on my team in Cornwall. Those two guys, Searsy and Ryder, played really well. I think Ryder led the tournament, or if not the OJHL in scoring when he said 5 goals in the 6 games there. So they're really competitive. Junior Canadian, like everybody on any night can beat anybody. I think it's just how well you're prepared.
Now, Joe, you were talking about the young guys, and actually I wanted to talk about this because both these guys are Oshawa prospects. Both of them are 2000s, and one is from Oakville. I want your opinion on Joseph Rapoli and Michael Hewitson from
Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell Hewitson. I wanted both young guys, 2000s, entering the league where they're playing guys from their own age to 4 years older. How do you think they're doing this season?
Well, Rupoli's been outstanding for us. He's been in our top pairing since basically since day one, and he's just a big guy. He's even though he's only 17, he's like man strength already. That definitely helps you out.
6'3".
Yeah, he's a big guy, and he was he was invited to play in the Eastern Canada Cup, which is a big privilege for a young guy like that. And so was Mitch. Mitch unfortunately fractured his finger, and he's going to be out maybe 4 weeks now, which is disappointing. And he was playing on our second line. But both kids have played well. They're both big guys, which really helps. And they've played really well for us. And I'm assuming they'll probably play in Oshawa next year for sure.
Now, would you say out of those guys, I know people are always, who's the next guy? Who's the next guy? Are you saying, like, could these guys be the next ones? Are these the guys coming out of the OJHL?
Like the next elite players,
or the next
good juniors?
Players to watch for.
Yeah. Like there's some good 2000s in our league. You have Joseph, you have Mitch, Dawson Baker, who plays for Trenton, was on my team. Really skilled player. He told me the other day he might be heading up to Sudbury soon too.
I'm going to have to cut you off now. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we got a lot more OJHL to talk about, and NHL after that, so stay tuned. Welcome back to the Hockey House. Now, Brendan, we are going to continue our conversation about the OJHL.
Hooray!
Now, you recently helped coach at the Eastern Canada Cup.
Correct.
So maybe for those who don't know what it is, can you just quickly explain it and how it went?
Yeah, the Eastern Canada Cup is a tournament that was held in Cornwall, held by the CCHL, excuse me. And it's a 10-team tournament. So there's 4 from the OJ. There's 2 teams from the Maritimes this year. They usually only send 1. They sent 2, so that's 7. Team from Quebec, that's 8. 2 teams from the CCHA, the Ottawa, 9, and the Northern Ontario League sends 10. So our team, we were Team Hawerchuk this year. We lost to Quebec 3-2 in the semifinal, and they went on to win the tournament 5-1. They just send 1 team, and they're actually very good. You know, for 1 team, they're very good.
Yeah, so I get that's kind of almost like we look at Canada and other international tournaments like the under 17, for example.
That's right.
It's like they kind of split their talent up.
Yep.
The OJHL gets sending 4 teams.
Yeah.
It shows how talented they are. The fact that they made it that far too.
Yeah, like we have we have a deep league. You know, there's 22 teams, so we send 80 of our our top players, and it's a system where each team does nominate so many different players, and then Brent Garbett, Marty Savoy, and the guys that coach the team, Jason Clark from Carleton Place, Jeff Flanagan from Milton's the assistant coach, and they put the teams together. They split them up, and then we just go from there. So our team was in the 1 semifinal, and Team Coffee was coached by Mark Juris and Kirby Tokarski from Burlington. They were in the other semi, and I think they kind of got upset. The team, the Ottawa team, kind of was 1-goal game, but whatever. But it's really, really good hockey. It's fast. 2 40-minute periods, so it goes by pretty quick, but there's a lot of skilled guys that play in the tournament for sure.
So, okay, you say that. So, like, who kind of caught your eye?
In the tournament, I was fortunate to have Bryce Misley and Jackson Bales from Oakville and Jack Jacome from Georgetown.
Yeah, we talked about him a couple times.
He's just a little firebug. He was a little, that line, I put them together, and I think they only had 1 or 2 goals through the tournament. They dominated. They just had a rough time scoring, but those are 3 very, very good players that I could say off my team for sure. As I said, Cameron Wright, who leads the OJ in scoring, I think he has 20-some goals now, was on our team. He's going to Bowling Green. Dawson Baker committed to Sudbury Wolves. Brendan McGlenn from the Blades played well in net for us. So, to make it that far, we had a pretty good hockey team. There's no question about it.
Now, Joe, you were talking about swinging back to the OJHL.
Yeah.
We were talking about every team is competitive in every division. Actually, in the OJHL, we've seen multiple teams win against anybody.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, for your team especially, what are you guys looking for in the rest of the season? Because it is a young team, so it's hard to kind of hang everything on them. Put Canada on their back.
I just think it's maturity and consistency. There will be some games where I feel that we, lose to teams that we shouldn't lose, and then we'll beat somebody that, technically on paper you shouldn't. So, we just talked about that in practice today where, we just have to be more consistent and play hard all the time, just not when we kind of feel like it. So, when we do work hard and we play well, then, we're a tough team to play against. And, as I said, having Oakville, it wasn't our rink, so it's a little bit of an advantage when they play in the big rink, and ours is so small at Port Credit. But, a 3-2 game was a tight game, and, we were coming off, I think, we beat the Patriots 5-1, who have a winning record, and beating Wellington 3-2 a couple weeks ago was a massive win for the organization, and I'm sure Marty wasn't too happy about that. But they have an older team, and I just think that we just caught them on the right day, to be honest with you.
That's hard to do, to beat an older team.
It is. I just think they didn't get there till 7. I think when you have 8 or 9 20-year-olds, and you look at the papers, we're 4. I think we're 5 and something, and they were opposite. Like Wellington has a good team, and we just played hard and got a couple breaks, and it was good for our organization and our young guys for sure.
No, yeah, as we were talking now, I'm a big fan of this, and we're talking about Dawson Baker, and I think it's a great idea. He's doing tremendous in Trenton right now. He's a point-per-game guy, a really, really good and deep team.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm a big fan of development. What's your...
I do want to talk about development later.
Oh, okay. So
now
we'll swing that back. So for do you guys, how confident are you guys going into buildings like Oakville and buildings like Burlington, and not strictly your division, but confidence going into do the young guys, are they kind of like, we're ready to play, or is there a hesitation, or is it just kind of, what's the message to those guys?
To add on to that, do you think any team wants to go play Trenton?
Yeah. Or Coburg.
No, or Coburg, or any of those. I just feel the divisions are really different. I think there's a little bit, I'm sure some of the guys in Trenton and Coburg would disagree, but I think there's a lot of really good skilled guys on our side. The other side, they're big guys. Coburg has a big team. Wellington has a big team. Trenton has a little bit of a mix.
Yeah, all right, that's interesting. We are going to talk about development when we come back from the break. There's a lot to talk about, and we'll see you soon. welcome back to the Hockeyhouse. Now, Brendan, I know there's a part you definitely want to talk about.
My hand. Look how gorgeous it is. I'm a hand model. Ha ha hee hee ha ha ha
Great thing to talk about. So usually you or I,
yes,
mostly me, will bring a jersey, tuxedo, thread, sweater, whatever you want to call it.
Yes, it's true.
Today Joe brought one commercial on.
Yes, I did.
Oh!
From the glory years of Humber College.
Hey, it's Humber College.
From 1990. That's our
take a
jerseys.
look at this. Like, this is
classic.
Explain it.
Well, it's just very simple. I think that was the fad back then to have the mesh. And
made by Cooper.
Not Cooper. Yep, was a great company back in the day. And this is our coach at that time was Steve Shutt's brother Dana.
Okay.
And I think back in we had an 18 league. It was serious. It was actually pretty serious. Like they recruited, and that's where after I went to high school and played my last year in Georgetown Junior B. This is where I went, and I'm proud.
Humber
alumni, and went back to coach there back in '99 or 2000. So yeah, I love the school. I owe a lot to it.
And you won a championship too, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yes, that's cool.
So, yes.
And believe it or not, Brendan is now a college hockey player.
Yes, I understand that. Congratulations.
Well, the only team we beat is ourselves.
So to explain something here, Brendan and I played house league hockey.
It's true.
Still played.
But hey, you know what he played? Now he's playing college hockey.
I'm actually still playing with the grade 4s.
You develop later in life.
It's true. Well, it was.
Everybody develops different.
It was my development curve. It was after I stopped playing that it really happened.
You still trying to play GMHL.
Yeah, it's true. I do. Just have to get $20,000 to fork it out. I can play for any team.
You're in good shape.
What's that? He does run. So.
Yeah, he does. And bikes and drinks a lot of chocolate milk.
Yep, Steven Olympics in 2020.
Yes, it's true.
Anyways, so speaking of developing
we
slowly.
segued into that so well.
Perfect.
Very well.
We want to talk about the different levels of development, and of course, you are a scout too in the OHL with Oshawa.
Correct.
So, how's that, by the way?
Awesome. It's a great organization, and a couple years ago after winning the Memorial Cup, and
having a good year this year.
Yeah, we are. I think we're a little surprised at how well we're doing. To be honest with you, but we'll take it.
No, yeah.
We got some really good young guys. Dominic Camiso played for me, and Anthony Sorelli. So just to name a few.
Yeah, just a few. So a lot of people, the misconception: if you don't follow junior hockey, if you don't follow development levels, it's you go to the OHL and then pretty much you're just primed to go to the NHL. But the problem is what a lot of people, and then if you don't go right away, if you're not a superstar, or if you end up in the AHL by 21, it's almost like a bust. But that's not the case.
No,
right?
no, that's a great misconception, and I talked to you guys off air about it. Just everybody seems to develop a little bit differently. That's all there is to it, and there's a lot of good players in our league that probably could play in the OHL that decide not to, and there's guys in the OHL that I'm sure could play NCAA hockey too. It's just all different routes, and I think the NCAA, it just gives you a little bit more time. You can play in the OJ until you're 20, and then you can play, and when you come out, you're 24, 25. Now you may be a little bit older. According to NHL standards, but sometimes it takes you that time where guys go to school for a couple years and come back. I think a lot of elite players now for some reason are leaving NCAA hockey and coming back to the OHL, like Jeremy Bracco and stuff like that. I think guys get there, and I'm very fortunate. My son plays Division III hockey, and you just practice a lot, and there's 30-some games a year, and I think that's tough, but it doesn't matter. Johnny Gaudreau is a guy that's played college hockey and stuff, and
all 4 years too.
Look at how good he was. Ryan Miller,
Zach Hyman.
Zach Hyman, perfect. Played in the OJ as Stu owns Markham Royals, does a great job there, and I love the player. He just all the time, and but he just it's great for those guys, no question about it.
Now, how do you think, because I know the OJHL is a good segue into the OHL. We're talking about Dawson Baker and how well he's doing.
Yeah.
How important do you think it is to start at a junior A level? Because the competition's still good. And I know some first rounders, like I know Greg Morales went back to junior A last year. And I thought that was a great
that was strange, but yeah.
The other thing I want to say is junior B is also an option.
Absolutely. When people talk to me and they say, well, where should I play? Midget, junior, whatever. You have to play.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense if you're playing for me and you're playing 3 minutes a night when you can play for the Mississauga Reps or Mississauga Rebels and play 20 minutes a night, because there's still a lot of guys I've coached midget hockey in the GTHL. I think that's the best midget league in Canada. The Nats have won it.
Yeah,
I went a few years ago. The Rebels are always good. A lot of guys come out of midget hockey that play in the OHL. You just, I know you're a stats guy. I'm sure you know a lot about that, right?
Matt Luff.
That's right. Yeah. You just have to play. That's what it's all about. You can't get better not playing.
Luff was a guy who could have potentially gone and played bottom six with the Blades.
For sure.
As a rookie, yeah.
He was a good scorer. He actually he had a lot of points in his AP.
He's doing pretty well right now.
Yeah.
Now he's
That's right.
Best player in town.
Absolutely.
That's kind of proof that you could be a midget player and still do well.
Absolutely.
And we've seen guys like we'll see a lot of good goalies, for example, go to junior B. Because you want to play as much.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we were talking last week with Jamie. It's like, this could be an interesting situation. Would it be better to play for a team that's winning a lot and kind of be putting in a winning area, or would you want to be in a team where you could be the leader and play a lot of minutes, especially as a goalie? Like, would you be like facing 45 shots, almost like we saw Ben Blacker do?
Yeah,
or a guy
that's
like
for sure.
Justin Paul and Milton.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's better to be a big fish in a smaller pond and vice versa, right? So, I think it's just all about the coaching staff. If you're going to develop, and does that organization have a reputation getting guys to the next level? I think it's huge. And again, it's just about playing and being in the right situation. So, if you're on a good team and you're not playing, it doesn't really help you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it does teach you a little bit to win, but there's other players that have the same. So I think it's about playing and practicing hard and outworking guys. There's so many good players out there now. And even goalies now. It's so hard to get to the next level. Like goaltending now is 1,000% better when I played years ago.
Well, the one question I have for you, we did see Austin Matthews go to Switzerland, and we've seen some other. There's been some other smaller guys that are going over to Europe. I know Austria and stuff. Do you think that becomes more of an option in the future?
I think that it will. I really do. I think that there'll be guys that not sure if they want to play major junior. They don't want to play that 30, 40 game schedule in NCAA, and they think, hey, and if you're putting some money in your pocket, that doesn't hurt either. So he's definitely a guy that did something different, and now I don't know how much you're going to see it, but there'll be other guys looking at those avenues. And I think Wayne Gretzky came out and said the same thing, that he almost went to play in Europe in between
WHA and Sault Ste. Marie.
Sault Ste. Marie. I just heard him. There was an interview about that just a couple weeks ago. One of the networks did a special on it, and he thought about it. I think other people think about it, but it took a lot for him to do that, because I'm sure people were saying, yeah, what type of a guy? But he's I know he's not scoring right now, but this guy's a very, very good hockey player. Very good.
Joe, for most people, it's not a common thing, but of course we were talking about your son Austin. He got drafted to the OHL, played junior A's, now playing NCAA. Now you have another family member. How is it to go through this kind of all over again?
Well, my cousin Joel, who played in the OHL with Kingston and Owen Sound, we're really close. We have a close-knit family, and he and his son will, he's a good hockey player. Plays in Waterloo, and we talked about that. So, he's going through, and he's been through it. I think it's a lot easier when you've been through this. Like, there's just a lot that goes on going through this. There's no question about it. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming on the show. That was great. We definitely want to get you back on later in the season.
I'm here for sure.
All right.
Perfect. Anyways, we're going to go to break. When we come back, Brendan's doing his famous CHL roundup. Welcome back to the Hockeycast. Brendan, we unfortunately lost our guest. But two bits of news. As a huge racing fan, I just want to say congratulations to Jimmy Johnson on the NASCAR Championship, and I'm very sad about Tony Stewart retiring. He's my favorite driver. And also, we talked about the Buffalo Eagles last week, and
it's a sad thing.
They're gone after losing about $1 million in every game.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're here to talk about your least favorite segment of the week, the part where we dump chocolate milk down the drain.
Histamines.
Or we're going to talk about the CHL, Canadian Soccer League. What's your roundup for the week?
Okay, so my roundup, everyone knows how it works. The WHL, QMJHL, OHL, not in the exact order because it goes like it's do. But no, I started in the WHL last week, so I'm going to start in the QMJHL. I know everyone's like, what is this? The Subway Super Series, now the CIBC Super Series. Last year it was just the Super Series. Yes, it was. Okay, so my QMJHL team of the week, I know everyone's going to be like, what's it going to be? Is it going to be this? Is going to be my team is going to be the Atherton Backers Titan. And
why?
Well, the only reason I say that is because they're the first team I've ever seen win 11-10. That's a real score. It's 11-10. They beat the Halifax.
At least it was good defense. A good goaltender.
Oh yeah, I think the defense were lying on the back, and I think the goalies left. So I mean, 11-10. Atherton Backers.
I'm pretty sure they also Atherton Backers only got like 43 shots or something.
Yeah,
I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw
it. It was definitely it was a weird game. I've never seen that before. So bam! I actually know. When Erie lost their goalie and that player had to play in for him.
Was it Connor Crisp?
Yes, it was Connor Crisp.
Or Connor Brown.
I think it was Connor Crisp. He was a Montreal prospect, but I think that's the only other game. But 10-11, and Athletic Backers is an exciting team next year. They have Moran, they have Kuznetsov, they have a couple good players. They have Desjardins, who I like as a defenseman. So I mean, looking forward, the QMJHL. Athletic Backers.
But imagine being a fan and getting to watch 21 goals.
I mean, that's great. That's even more than that Winnipeg game a couple of years ago when it was like 9-8 when Sam Gagne got all those points. So now my OHL team of the week. I know everyone's really excited. OHL. Oh my God, what team? Erie Otters. And the reason I say that is because I said, and we talked about it earlier on the show, Erie Otters are a really exciting team now with Dylan Strome coming back. Now we were talking about is he gonna stay because Erie, they don't want to mess up that chemistry. Is he gonna come back and people aren't gonna get the ice time? If he comes back or if he doesn't, if they trade him. For a lot of picks, actually, because we saw Travis Konecny traded for a lot of picks. I think
Strome's better.
Yeah, Strome is a really good player. And I mean, either way, I think Erie's in a really, really good situation right now. Either they go for the future or they're really, really good right now. So Erie, woo! My WHL team of the week. So my WHL team of the week is the Moose Jaw Warriors. I know everyone's like, Rod Regina's so good. How can you not say them for a trillionth week in a row? Well, I'm saying Moose Jaw because why? They got Braden Burke, who I'm really excited was a 109-point guy last year. Is on pace for the same exact season this year, which is weird. And he's not drafted, so if he comes back as an overager, I don't think it's unlikely he could get 120 points. Plus, they have Howden, who's a first-round pick, Noah Jordan, who's a fourth-round pick by San Jose. They have the Russian Popovi, who is over the point of game season.
Popovi, is this guy like an Italian mobster?
He's like
That's not Italian accent in the slightest. Wow, that was terrible.
Papavia, but he's good too, and he's supposed to go in the first round, a late first-round pick this year. So Moose Jaw Warriors. So in the WHL, my player of the week. Who's my player of the week? It is Reza Kopp. Reza Kopp on the Victoria Royals. He has 16 points, 19 games, plus 12 as of this point. He is really, really tough. Like this guy went toe-to-toe with Evan Fiala, who I mentioned on the show a couple of weeks ago. That guy's really tough. So this guy's he's a 7th-round pick of LA. I'm not sure if they're going to sign him. It would be a mistake if they didn't, because this guy's tough. Stay-at-home defenseman. He's a really good player. So definitely rent a Kopp. And now my OHL player of the week is, we were talking about him, Dom Caviezel, because he played in the Mississauga Chargers, he played in the OHL, he plays in the OJHL, he played in the OJHL.
Anymore.
Yeah, so he's back. He's in the 24 points, 22 games, plus 4. But he was a former Mississauga Charger. He's from Oakville. I wanted to mention him because he was on the show, so I thought that was great. QMJHL player. I'm going to mention a guy from the OJHL as well, Dawson Theed. I know everyone's like, Dawson Theed.
Remember him.
Dawson Theed. Well, actually, Dawson Theed's on the Athletic Backers TTN.
Did he play for Cobra?
Yeah, Cobra Cougars. He has 23 points, 20 games, plus 5. He's having an outstanding season. I don't know where this was on St. John, but he got the ice time. He's doing really, really well. So the QMJHL prospect of the week, Nico Heeshire from Switzerland. I don't know how you couldn't.
He's really good. He's going to be a World Junior star.
No, he is. He's 39 points in 23 games, plus 3, so I have to clean that up. But he's had a couple 6-point nights. He had a 5-point night, had a 3-point night in that 10-11 loss. But the guy is a really, really good player. I wanted to mention him last week. These guys are a really good player. My OHL player, rookie of the week, is Isaac Radcliffe. We saw him.
I remember him. Yes, he was really good for the London Junior A.
Yeah, no, he was a big guy too, 6'6". He's grown 2 inches since we saw him before, and he was already a huge guy. He has 21 points, 23 games, plus 12 at this point, of course.
I kind of hope some of those guys grow up though from minor midget. We've seen some guys that are like 5'2", 5'3".
It's true. I know we were talking about Jack Chacombe. We saw him in minor midget. He was like 5'3", and he's grown to 5'8". So there you go. But even taller, big guy. A high plus guy on a team that's mostly minus, and is performing really, really well considering he got injured last year and he didn't get the ice time that I wanted him to. I wish he had a development season, but and Isaac Radcliffe definitely. So my WHL prospect of the week. My WHL prospect of the week. It's the Moose Jaw Warrior. It's not Braden Burke. It's Luke Berzan. He's born in 2000, has 13 points, 16 games, plus 1. He's definitely a guy. I know Ryan Merkley's doing quite well in Guelph, but he's a guy you got to look out for next year. 2000. Woo!
That's a CHL roundup for the week. That's all we have for today. Don't forget to visit thehockeyhost.net for all episodes of the TV show. And make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Stephen Ellis.
I'm Brendan Saunders.
And Brendan, thank you.
Thanks
for watching.